What is going on, guys? JD from New York here, coming at you this week with your WWE Week In review, news and rumors, week ending 3/17/2013. I got a lot of stuff, guys, so I don't want to waste any time, but I do want to give a shout out to RADICALskips, one of my subscribers. He's been making my thumbnails for my Monday Night Raw reviews and results for the past couple weeks. Check him out. His link is in the description below. Also, he made my thumbnail for the upcoming, and you're definitely going to want to check this out, Wrestlemania preview and predictions video that's coming out this week. Keep an eye out for that. Also, guys, thank you so much. 1,500 subscribers. You're making JD's channel a success very quickly. Let's keep it up onwards towards 2,000. Anyway, guys, let's get right into it. WrestleMania 29 news. It has been reported earlier this week that WWE officials are considering an MMA-style fight between Brock Lesnar and Triple H at WrestleMania 29 in just a few weeks. Figure4online.com reports that the match will be held not under MMA rules. They're throwing that out the window, and that they got 3 or 4 different stipulations, but they have not decided on anything yet as of this past Monday Night's Raw. We probably won't find out the stipulation until either March 25th or April 1st. I'm going to be the first to tell you guys I am absolutely fucking thrilled about this match not being MMA, and I'll tell you why. Brock Lesnar is a former UFC heavyweight champion. If it happened to be MMA rules, Brock Lesnar, without a doubt, has to come out of WrestleMania the victor. Having a former UFC champion, okay, fighting Triple H, who's a wrestler, you're going to have Triple H go over a former UFC champion? What does that do to Brock Lesnar's credibility? What does that do to his character? We all know in real life, if these two were to fight, Brock Lesnar would fucking wipe the floor with Triple H. All right, that's done deal right there. All right, the best scenarios I see for this match are some type of cage match, whether it be a traditional steel cage, whether it be a Hell in a Cell. It has to be something in a cage, not an MMA fight. Okay, it would be epic if it was Hell in a Cell, because that's a great way to blow off this feud. Or they could simply go the New York City street fight, but that would be too bland and boring for an event such as WrestleMania. I just hate the fact that Brock Lesnar is losing, or is planned to lose, to Triple H, because, again, you have this guy who's a monster come back and lose to the COO of the WWE. What does that do to his credibility? Does nothing. He signed on for 2 more years. You gotta make him look strong. Fucking give him the World Heavyweight Championship. You know how much fucking business you do with Brock Lesnar as your champion? A hell of a lot. Alright? I just, hate the fact that they're continuing this feud and that Triple H needs to go over at WrestleMania. I just hate that. But it's Wrestling 101. We all know Triple H is going to win. And there are plans, possibly, to have Shawn Michaels involved in this angle. Shawn Michaels may be involved in this angle. They're looking for ways to get Shawn Michaels in this angle. Anytime Shawn Michaels is involved in anything, it takes it to another level. And his presence could be used on WWE TV. Because, like I said, this has been a very lazy and uninspired WrestleMania season. Everybody wants to see Shawn Michaels back on TV. He would only add to this Triple H vs. Brock Lesnar feud. He dealt with Lesnar the first time during SummerSlam. Broke his arm. Shawn Michaels back on TV would only enhance this feud. I'm all for it. Vince McMahon was reportedly a lot more hands-on producing and scripting Monday Night Raw from Indianapolis this past Monday. This was the first week since Eric Pankowski was fired, and it said that he really wasn't missed this past Monday. Pankowski was hired to be head of creative. They fired him. Alright? What likely led to Pankowski's departure was having CM Punk, Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Big Show compete in a fatal 4-way match to earn the right to fight The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Everyone felt that the fatal 4-way was a bad idea. People told Pankowski that it was a bad idea, but he blew them off and went with his original idea. No word yet on why Vince McMahon allowed this to be on TV. I told you guys last week during my Monday Night Raw review for Old School, okay, that the fact that the WWE did a fatal 4-way to determine who would challenge The Undertaker was downright embarrassing. Stupid. You don't need a match to determine who challenges the streak. It's now a privilege. It's greater than any championship come WrestleMania season. It is the main event, period. I don't want to hear anything about Rock Cena. This is the main event, Punk vs. Undertaker. All Punk needed to do was come out and say he wants the streak. That's it. That's it. Eric Pankowski should be embarrassed. And he should be setting his example of why WWE should not hire people who have no knowledge of the industry, the product, or the business to write their storylines or angles. Hire someone like me who wants to do right by the business, who wants to see the product flourish, who has an idea of what goes on a daily basis, on a weekly basis in the WWE. I would love to be a creative writer for WWE. The higher-ups, I'll tell you, did a great job getting rid of this fucking clown. You know, getting rid of this clown. And I would prefer people who understand the business and the product be put in that type of position. You know, I don't know why Vince okayed that. You know, the Fatal 4-Way, that's surprising to me. The move of Pankowski being fired is only a step in the right direction to possibly get creative back on the right track. On Monday, WWE officials discussed having Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston versus Kane and Daniel Bryan for the Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania. This is why Langston attacked Daniel Bryan, and by what happened on SmackDown last night, it looks like they're moving forward with this plan. I don't necessarily like this idea for Dolph Ziggler challenging for the Tag Team Championships. It really makes no sense. It seems rushed, and it shows that the WWE is simply throwing a match together just to fill out the undercard for WrestleMania. I like that it gives Langston a spot on the card, because I'm interested to see him fight and wrestle. But if the WWE continues with this idea for Ziggler, I'm not for it. I'll tell you why. I think he deserves to be highlighted better. I really do. He's your Money in the Bank briefcase holder. He's going to be a future world champion. He needs to be highlighted better. Instead of throwing Chris Jericho into a feud with Wade Barrett for the IC strap, why not finish the feud with Ziggler and Jericho at WrestleMania? Fill out your undercard that way. Give them a 30-minute, 45-minute Iron Man match. Something along those lines. A submission match. That's the way you got to go. Ziggler, Jericho. You know? You're going to put Jericho in a feud with Wade Barrett? Why? You're going to put a Jericho in a feud with The Miz? Why? Miz versus Barrett? Who the fuck wants to see that? You want to see Ziggler and Jericho, two of the best. Two of the best. Give them most of the undercard time. They deserve it. Alright? Remember that Intercontinental title cup that was supposed to be on WWE Main Event? Number one contender for the IC strap was to fight Wade Barrett. What happened to that? They scrapped that idea. They could have kept that idea, had the winner of that tournament fight Wade Barrett at WrestleMania. But I don't work for WWE. That's what I would have did. What else we got here? The undercard right now is looking like Daniel Bryan and Kane versus Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston. Wade Barrett versus Chris Jericho for the IC strap. On top of The Rock versus Cena, Triple H versus Lesnar, Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger, Undertaker versus Punk, and The Shield versus Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Ryback that was announced on SmackDown on Friday. Other WWE news, we got CM Punk injured. WWE pulled him from all their live events this weekend. He was reportedly injured on Monday against Kane, hurt his elbow. We all know that The Miz botched a suplex a couple of weeks ago. He hurt his neck. He came back from knee surgery a little bit too early for that first main event of Monday Night Raw for the first Raw of 2013. He fought Ryback in that TLC match. Punk is hurt. He just came off a 434-day title reign. He came back early from injury, from the knee surgery. You know, he hurt his head against The Miz. Miz botched the suplex. He had the injury against Kane on Monday night. This is very wise by WWE, you know, to put him on the shelf for a little bit, let him rest up, let him heal up. The Undertaker match is too big. It's going to save WrestleMania. It's the main event for WrestleMania. You can't have that in jeopardy. All right? CM Punk is the Bret Hart of this generation, is what people are calling him. He is the Bret Hart of this generation. He's not going to allow people to know he's hurt. He's not going to tell people he's hurt. He's going to go out there and perform because he doesn't take painkillers. He doesn't do drugs. He doesn't want to be on the shelf. He's too important to the industry. He's too important to the WWE product. And WWE knows this. That's why they're holding him off a little bit. I don't know if he's going to be competing on Monday Night Raw tomorrow night, but it would be wise for Punk not to be featured, only in an interview segment to hype up his match with The Undertaker. That's it. He should not be in the ring wrestling physically. Word as of Monday Night Raw this past week is that WWE has revamped a lot of the WrestleMania 29 undercard. Once again, there is said to be a lot of stress internally because Vince McMahon continues to be frequently changing his mind. While some feel that the product has been better as of late, Vince is reportedly not happy and wants change within creative. This doesn't surprise me. WrestleMania should be set out months in advance, and your programs on TV should be centered around what's planned out. It's not that hard of a concept to grasp. Like I said, this causes a lot of bad karma. It causes a bad atmosphere backstage when Vince does this. I understand he wants WrestleMania to be perfect every year, but things need to be done right. They need to be done better. This is why the road to WrestleMania feels lackluster and lazy. because of indecisiveness. And what bothers me is that you have guys on the roster right now who are going to be legit superstars who will carry your future, you know, the company into the future. They don't have a spot on WrestleMania yet, officially. But that's also a product of WWE having a lot of part-timers take up the majority of the big-time matches at WrestleMania as well. But that's a completely different topic for a completely another, whole nother commentary. I won't even get into that. Vince McMahon has been a big fan of the Jack Swagger, Zeb Coulter storyline, but word as of Monday Night Raw this past Monday was that there's a lot of concern about the angle in the future. The program was originally designed to be long-term to help get Del Rio over as a babyface, but those plans may be changing. There is a feeling that the angle is not getting over on WWE TV, but Zeb and Swagger are getting a lot of heat at live events. I like the Swagger angle. It reminds me of something I would have seen in the Attitude Era. It's got that edge, and it pushes the envelope slightly, but it doesn't go too far. If it gets under people's skin, they're doing a good job. That's what it means. If it's bothering people, if it's getting heat, that means they're doing their job. You know. But if it doesn't go too far, it will be a success. Keep in mind that WWE's target audience as well. You know, they're young children, young teenage boys, young teenage girls, some of which may not grasp this whole Swagger and Coulter character in their storyline. People like you and me, you know, guys watching what's going on, we know what's going on with this whole angle. We understand the angle and the storyline. Swagger and Coulter are doing a great job and are playing their roles perfectly. Del Rio, on the other hand, is the disappointing one here because of his mic skills and interacting with Coulter. It's not really engaging at all. I'm not invested in that. You know, I'm invested in the Zeb and Swagger character. Hopefully they come out of WrestleMania winning the World Heavyweight Championship, but that's just my opinion on that. Monday's episode for Raw drew a 3.36 rating, averaged 4.81 million viewers. These numbers are down from Old School, which drew a 3.54 rating. No Rock, no Cena, no ratings. That's why the ratings dipped, plain and simple. Finally, guys, WWE announced their new June pay-per-view entitled Payback. The event will take place Sunday, June 16th, 2013 from Chicago, CM Punk's hometown. Tickets go on sale Saturday, March 23rd, 2013. WWE should have brought back the classic Bash at the Beach or the King of the Ring tournament to pay-per-view. Enough of these throwaway B-level pay-per-views. WWE needs something with staying power, something solid to put in between WrestleMania and SummerSlam to get people interested again. But again, I don't work for WWE, but if I was working, Bash at the Beach, the old WCW pay-per-view, or King of the Ring would be perfect. That's your news and rumors, guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's segment. Again, thank you for 1,500 subscribers. Check out one of my subscribers, Radical Skins. His link is in the description below. He's been making my thumbnails. And guys, listen, I stress this enough. Watch the WrestleMania preview and predictions that's coming later this week. You're not going to want to miss this. I'm just waiting for Monday Night Raw to be finished this coming Monday. I want to know what else is going to be on the WrestleMania card officially before I give you my news on that and my preview and predictions for that. I've been writing this commentary for the last few days. All my thoughts written down on a piece of paper. Alright? You're not going to want to miss this. My preview and predictions for The Undertaker CM Punk is epic. I'm letting you know right now. That could be dedicated to one full commentary, but I'm going to try and squeeze it in with the rest of the matches. I got Rock versus Cena. I got Swagger versus Del Rio. I got Brock versus Triple H. I got Sheamus, Orton, Ryback versus The Shield. It's all going to be there. Look forward to that this coming week. You're not going to want to miss it. Thank you guys again, 1,500. Check out my boy in the link down below. I'll talk to you guys all soon. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about the news this week. I'll talk to you all soon. Peace.